All right, hold on. All right. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah to the brothers. Shalom. Shamar Thaba Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. We're the I.S.U.P.K. Start out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. And we aren't affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group, none of your Christian churches, or none of your Muslim mosques. It's like if I could, you get that text I sent you? I sent you a link. I don't know how you're going to put it on the John. And today's the history class. And since it's history class, I'm gonna give brothers and sisters a little info on a brother that was in the military during the Vietnam War. His name was John. What? You see it? It's like H. Johnson. It should be in yeah. He was Dwight Hal Johnson. Yeah, I think his nickname was like the Destroyer. And you see it? Are you able to put it on the laptop? How? Try to look it up on there. But this brother, he did great things in the Vietnam War. To break it down slightly, if the brother could pull it up, Dwight Johnson, he was a part of a tanker unit. The tanker unit was ambushed by Viet Cong, right? If you know anything about the Vietnam War, it was jungle warfare, and America was getting the behind handed to them, right? So their tank, they threw a track, which means the track got thrown off of the rails, right? So that's a really bad thing because they were stuck in the jungle, right? And Johnson did a very valiant and heroic thing, which most Black and Hispanics been doing for America for ages, right? And you know what happened after he did that? He got out of the military, and he was just another Black or Hispanic. He was just another nigga in America. And you know what happened? How he died? He didn't die no hero's death after saving Esau in his unit. He didn't die with some great funeral. You know how he died? Just like Blacks and Hispanics die today. He died trying to rob a grocery store. He died. He was shot because he couldn't eat. This is how America treats their heroes. This is how America treats their warriors. And this is who you want to serve, right? When you get a chance, let me get Proverbs 3:31, huh? Is it the same jump? Yeah, you can pull that up. You don't got to put it here, but if they can see it, you know where I want you to read. We're going to read that, but I want the scripture first, right? This is why Dwight H. Johnson didn't get what he deserved, because you cannot join your oppressor. You cannot give your honor or anything that the Most High has gifted you with to your oppressor, because guess what? They won't honor you. They will not give you what is just due. They won't treat you like a person, right? Let alone who you truly are as an Israelite, right? The true rulers of the earth. So this is what happened to Dwight Johnson, and it's sad when you read these stories, because they don't tell you any brothers and sisters in the military, they don't tell you about the Blacks and Hispanics that were in the military, fought these wars, won great battles, you know what I'm saying? Had great feats. All they tell you was Blacks and Hispanics was in the kitchens. They were cooks. That's what they would tell you. But then this little trickle of information, right? It started off with the Red Tails, the Tuskegee, about how there was pilots, right? But now it's starting to come out that these different battles happened, especially in Vietnam, right? Of how they had the brothers. Where do you think the gang Bloods came from? Those were a group of brothers that were in the military at first, right? Blacks and Hispanics were integral in fighting a lot of America's wars, right? We weren't just cooking, because Blacks and Hispanics, you are a warrior, Salakia. You are a warrior race, you know what I'm saying? You aren't meant to just be on the LGBTQ's dance floor, you know what I'm saying? You aren't meant to just throw a football or shoot a basketball. You were greater than that. Imagine if Cam Newton just threw a spear. The way he throws them footballs. You know what I'm saying? The Most High has gifted us with these things, and you use them for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You are a warrior people. You know what I'm saying? Read what you got.
Hebrews?
No, it was Proverbs 3:31.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
It's saying envy. Salaki, read that again.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor, meaning don't want to be like him, right? I understand he portrays his heroes, he portrays his historic heroes as these great men, right? But don't envy them at all, because guess what? It's all a facade. We all think that what's the great inventor that so-called created the light bulb? You know what I'm saying? Then you find out it was a brother behind that. You thought Jack Daniels was the best thing to ever mix with Jack and Coke. I mean, with Coca-Cola. But guess what? It was a brother named Uncle Nearest, a slave who didn't know how to read or write, who created that recipe. And guess what? Jack Daniels was his slave owner. You know what I'm saying? So envy now not the oppressor, because the oppressor, he don't have no taste. The reason why America seems so colorful and tasteful is because blacks and Hispanics are here. It's because you invested, Salakia, it's because we invested our time, our spirit into this nation. This is what makes this nation thrive. You know what I'm saying? Read that again from the top.
Now, God, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. Dwight H. Johnson, imagine if he fought for blacks and Hispanics in the war, right? For us, instead of the so-called white man's war. Imagine that. If you look at the story of this black man, you'll see how he went berserk trying to save his unit. He went, this how crazy his story was. He was so if you know anything about the Vietnam War, the Viet Cong were very talented at staying hidden. They had a lot of hidden doors, a lot of hidden traps. This is where you get your men, the unit where what do you call them? Oh man, I was just talking to a brother about it. It's like called rat something, where they go into the tunnels, right? Tunnel rats, right? This was a unit. They usually pick small men, right? And usually give them a pistol and a flashlight. And they would go into the tunnel systems of the Viet Cong. And you know how dangerous that is? You know how many booby traps there was? The Viet Cong loved poisonous snakes. They would throw poisonous snakes in there. So these men had a low survival rate. A lot of times they don't tell you brothers were usually the ones going in those tunnels, which is why Grandpa and Uncle Ray Ray had all those PTSD issues, right? Our people have been in these wars. They don't like telling you that your people helped America become so great, because they want you to stay like, oh, okay, I come from slaves and then I just transferred to crackheads. So, like that's the only thing we know about our people. You were a slave, and then somehow in the 80s you became addicted to crack. Slakia. The 60s, the civil rights, right? We were getting our behinds kicked to eat some ice cream made by a white man, right? That's the only history blacks and Hispanics we get. But you start looking deeper into our history, we are a much greater people, right? This is why you shouldn't envy your oppressor. Your oppressor is disgusting. He don't like to wash up. He destroys himself. He loves drugs. The white man, you know how stupid the white man is? He will be born a millionaire. He will have a trust fund. He will have all the financing in the world, and not an issue in the world. And he will still choose drugs. He will still choose whores. He will still choose to destroy his own people for his greed. Now imagine if blacks and Hispanics, we was in our natural state, where we weren't so destroyed, where we didn't come up from single parent households where it was only a mother who couldn't protect us from Uncle so-and-so or the old man in your neighborhood that loved fondling little kids. Imagine if you ain't never had to go through that. The white man, he don't go through those things and still ends up an evil bastard. You know what I'm saying? That should show you something. So envy thou not the oppressor. He's looked at as a movie in the movies as a knight in shining armor. As a knight in shining armor. You know what I'm saying? He's always the hero, Superman. You know what I'm saying? He's always the saving the damsel in distress. And in reality, he committed a lot of war crimes over there in those wars. You go look at him, the war that we just fought, we just got out of what was it, 2 years ago, pulled out of Afghanistan, or a year ago, something like that. There's a lot of warlords over there from America. There's a lot of Marines that can't get over the fact that they're not soldiers no more. You know what they do? They go back with their own financing and go create havoc. They go kill villages of people. They don't put that out there, right? They just like to say blacks and Hispanics are the true villains, right? Your name is always plastered on the news. Tyrone and so-and-so set up Fulio. That's all you see on your news. You know what I'm saying? While they over there committing atrocities, right? We are the Most High blessed us to be able to see what the Israelis are doing to the Palestinians. You think this is the first time Esau has been committing atrocities? You think this is new? You know what I'm saying? This has been going on for ages. The Most High is just revealing everything now because it's time for blacks and Hispanics to wake up. You know what I'm saying? It's time for blacks and Hispanics to separate from America. Read that again from the top.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor. And choose none of his ways. Choose none of his ways, man. Don't join his military and give your all in his military. Because guess what? You're going to end up like the White Hal Johnson. You know what I'm saying? You are going to end up with some form of PTSD, and they will not care for you. They will throw you under the bus. You will end up another Negro in the ghetto. Because blacks and Hispanics, you aren't valued in this place. They discard you. After they use up every gift the Most High blessed you with, they discard you like you're nothing. But you know who won't do that to you? Commanding General Yohanna in the I.S.U.P.K. He utilizes the gift the Most High is giving you. He utilizes the men that the Most High blesses him with. You know what I'm saying? And you are needed, man. The black and Hispanic community needs you, black man, Hispanic man. Don't feel so down in the dumps because you feel like you just hooked on drugs and you no good and depression is kicking you behind. Come into school and get that counsel, man. Fight those demons. Gain this brotherhood so you will get the tools to fight them demons. Yes, please. You know what I'm saying? Because in here we fight demons. We warriors. We are warrior people, man. We are just like our Father. We have the spirit of warfare, man. So fight those demons, man. Fight those thoughts that tell you that you can't be here no more, so you commit suicide. Fight those demons that tell you, I just hate feeling life, so you just keep getting high. Now it's a new drug where they do whippets. Oh, I was trying to figure, I thought it was weed at first. Them little cans they was smoking, they was sucking those cans. Wow. They was sucking those cans. You know, I forgot all about the helium or whatever that crap they used to do in the 70s. They used to huff glue back in the day. And then the brother had finally told me, no, that's that nitrogen oxide, that whipped cream can. This is how low we have gotten. Go ahead. Whippets. This is how low we have gotten. I seen Lil Uzi's huffing that stuff. I was confused. They don't even just smoke weed no more. Now the popular drug is whippets. And then they got the trank. This is why you shouldn't envy your oppressor. Because I was talking to an oppressor at my job. He was telling me that was a white man's drug. That was what they did as teenagers. They would go into the stores and take the cans and just huff all of that. This is what happens when you envy your oppressor. You see Wolf of Wall Street and think you about to pop all the Quaaludes, sniff cocaines off prostitutes, so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? And you about to live the American dream, not knowing you are going to get destroyed trying to do it. Juice WRLD, was he not living the American dream? He was on private jets, popping all types of pills. Was that not in Wolf of Wall Street? What happened to Juice WRLD? He's dead. He died a millionaire. What? Or overdose. Like another nigga. You can't live like the oppressor lives. He can do all the, let the oppressor do all the cocaine he wants in the world. Let the oppressor pop all the perks, pop all the Quaaludes, shoot all the heroin, shoot all the trank. Let him huff all the whippets. You stay away from that. Don't envy that, man. It will destroy you, man. You know why? Because you're the most highest, right? Think of it like a father. A father tells you his rules. You get punished when you break his rules. Does he punish the neighbors because they didn't follow his rules? No, they're not in his house. You are the house of the Most High. So start acting like it. Stop doing these damn drugs, man.
It's time to grow up. Smoking weed isn't going to figure out your problems. It's time to man up. Gird up thy loins. Drop your you know what I'm saying? Be a man. Start dealing with your problems. Fighting those demons. When you get a chance, let me get Revelations 18:4. You know what I'm saying? Start fighting these demons and stop going along with the flow. I'm tired of hearing that nonsense. I'm just going with the flow. It's just normal to me. Be different, man. Stand up. Holy means separate, man. It means you are cut from a different cloth. And you are a holy people, Black and Hispanic man. Stop just going with the trends. Just because everybody's wearing tank tops now, don't mean you gotta wear tank tops. Just because the famous artists are wearing fishnets, don't mean you gotta wear a damn fishnet. Just because they're painting their nails, just because you see a football player painting his nails, don't mean it's masculine. It doesn't change the fact that it's still a feminine thing. Stop falling for the trends, man. Stop being so damn weak in the head. These sisters need real men right now.
Right.
They're destroying themselves because you're destroyed. You doing drugs, we want to complain all day about the sisters while you getting high as hell. We can't, and all the OGs complaining about the kids. The kids ain't got nobody to look up to. You getting high. You on the corner getting drunk. 8 o'clock in the morning. And then you want to complain about the young, what's the YNSs, shooting up everything. It's because you was too busy getting drunk off of Miller Lite. You know what I'm saying? That you didn't want to raise him, little Timothy. Now he running around with a switch. That's what happens when kids are unsupervised, no guidance. When no real man stands up and says, let me take the time to raise this child. Read what you got.
Oh God, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven.
Now, this is Revelations. Everybody knows Revelation, especially nowadays, since all these events has been going on. Revelation is the revelation of what's to come, right? We got the revelation of Christ. Now, this is the revelation of what's to come to this place called Babylon. If you know anything about the Bible, or if you watch any I.S.U.P.K, Babylon is, in which this is referring to, is America today. Babylon is, in ancient times, it was referred to as the same thing America is referred to, a melting pot. In Babylon, they believed in cultures and religions coming together. You know what I'm saying? And I believe Rome believed the same thing. And what happened to Babylon? It was destroyed by the Most High, right? So this is what's to come of this new Babylon. Go ahead.
God. Say, come out of her,
right?
My people, that ye be
Salakia, give me verse 2 first.
Oh God. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying,
right,
Babylon the Great is falling.
Babylon the Great is falling. America the Great is falling. You know what's so mind-boggling to me when you see blacks and Hispanics, they debating about this electoral stuff like America is supposed to last forever. They debating economic statuses and how to fix America's economy like the Lord isn't doing this. Y'all over debating about COVID and the next disease. What's this new thing that's coming out? Listeria? This listeria stuff, like you can control it. The Most High is doing this. This is something that you can't stop. Even your white slave master can't help you. He can't help America. He's trying to give America all the remedies he can to solve the issues. What's up? Oh, it's right there. He's trying to solve all the issues, you know what I'm saying? Or create all the remedies to fix America. But guess what? Trump or Kamala, you can't save it. America is going to fall. Read.
Oh God. It's falling.
It's falling, man. This place is going down, and everybody can see it. Why do you think they getting in their bomb shelters? Why do you think they getting in? The billionaires are starting to build cities in these mountains, under cities. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think these things are happening? Right? Read.
Oh God. Babylon the Great, and it's become the habitations of devils.
It's become the habitations of devils. What that sound like? Don't that sound like America? Don't that sound like America? The habitations of devils. Who lives in America? Whose land is America? Is it not the so-called white man? What is the white man known for? Is he not known for being a trickster, which devil means? Is he not a great deceiver? Is that not what the Native Americans of old used to call the white man? So who's the habitation? Where is the habitation of devils? America. This is where Esau, or the so-called white man, can live out his biggest dreams. They come from all over. We just learned this, this Monday, about when the Irish got here, when the Italians got here, and what happened. You know who runs the police districts? Is mostly Irish. Yeah, Irish does. McCarthy and all of them. Yeah, you wonder why all police officers have similar names? It's because that's the families that took over what operations in America. This is how it works. You know what I'm saying? And then you got your Italians. And what else you got? Your Jews, Jewish. You know what I'm saying? Different Edomites. Different tribes of Edom. Right? This is the habitation of devils. Right? So blacks and Hispanics, don't be confused when you read the Bible. This isn't some mythological book. This is all practical knowledge. You know what I'm saying? This is why you come here to a true prophet or a true priest, man, and they'll break it down to you that you can understand it. So you ain't just, your head's not in the clouds thinking some angel, white angel of wings is going to come down and give you a kiss and then fly back up. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to happen here. What's going to happen is bloodshed. What's going to happen is a lot of fire. You're going to see eyeballs melting in people's eyes from these nuclear missiles. That's what's going to happen, because the Most High is angry for what America has done to his people. America has literally ripped God's people from their identity. That is what happened. Blacks and Hispanics is so we are so ripped from our identity that we don't, when somebody says you're an Israelite, they don't even understand. They'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm an Israelite, and then still go smoke a blunt. That's how far removed our minds are from the fact that we are the Lord's greatest people. That's sad. Because you go to a white man or a white baby, he's gonna say America's the greatest nation, we are the greatest people on the face of the earth. Da 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 da. You hear a screaming eagle in the background or something like that. That's how whites feel about their nation. Go to the UK, they over there warring right now with Ishmaelites. What happened when they that little baby got stabbed? The white Edomite, I believe it was an Edomite baby that got stabbed. It was stabbed by an African too. He was Rwandan, right? And I guess somehow it came out that it was Ishmaelite, Muslim. You know what they did? They started trying to beat these Muslims up now. They warring with Ishmael in UK. You know what I'm saying? These people stand with their nations. They have a strong pride with their nations. Blacks and Hispanics, we can't even stop bickering with each other over simple things. Over simple things. We got real Judites, right? Real Negroes saying that reparations, I get it. Reparations isn't enough, but they saying blacks shouldn't get reparations. They don't believe blacks because it's going to but you'll agree with America sending billions to Ukraine and Israel. That's how it works. You don't want your people to get not a slice of the pie at all. You don't believe blacks and Hispanics deserve any of the pie. That's how far removed we are as a people. You just believe that we just you believe that your people are so nothing that they don't deserve a dollar. You don't see the achievements and how we lifted America on our backs. You believe we deserve everything we got. We deserve every lash, everything, every bullet, every drug overdose, every aborted baby. That's what we deserve, right? Candace Owens, right? This is what these political people believe, right? Keep reading what you got.
Oh God, sir. And they hold off every foul spirit,
right?
And a cage of every unclean and hateful birds.
Now I'm gonna break down and read the end and the hold of every foul spirit.
And the hold of every foul spirit.
Can't you do whatever you want when you come to America? Can't you be LGBTQ? Can't you sell drugs? Can't you open up a smoke shop? Can't you eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster? Open up your own pig farm. Open up your own pig restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I got to eat them at my job. He sell crabs. Every foul spirit, man. You can be whatever you want in America. You can be a damn furry and go hump other people in costumes. You could be a porn star. It says this is the home of every foul spirit, man. Nobody's telling you was wrong here. You can get an abortion here and they will clap. They will applaud you and say you're strong. Right? You will sell drugs and they'll tell you you did what you had to do. This is America. This is things blacks and Hispanics understand. We understand that if I sold drugs, my family would accept me more. Right? Your pastor will take your tithes money if you're selling drugs. Yeah, keep on selling them drugs, killing our people. It's the home of every foul spirit. Keep going.
Oh, God. And a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Man, every nation could come here and do whatever they want. And guess what? It's on your backs. You want to know why chicken spots, Arab chicken spots, are open up everywhere in every hood? I noticed. In every hood. I'm saying not even just Philly. You go to any city, you're starting to see these Ishmael open up all these fried, not even just like grilled chicken. We don't get grilled. We don't get grilled chicken. We don't get what roasted chicken. It's fried chicken. Ooh. And it's in your neighborhoods. They ain't going to Jewish part of town where they got the little small hats and all that. They ain't going to Chinatown. They going to your neighborhood. I ain't never heard of Islam being so associated with fried chicken. I've been to Afghanistan and I have never seen fried chicken when I was over there. Never. I had never seen when I was on the monitors. I have never seen a gathering of Arabs around like a pot of hot grease and dipping chicken in it. I've never seen that. But now they come to America. Now they got all the spicy recipes. Now they got all of this. You know what I'm saying? Now they know how to make chicken wings. They are profiting off of you, your culture. You know what I'm saying? And we keep falling for it. We just say, oh, okay. They got who? Assad? Oh, yeah, that's a good spot right there. We fall for it every time. Right? This is the home of all hateful and evil birds, man. They come here to feed off of you. You know what I'm saying? They come here to take your money and then go take it to fund their war. Right. They fighting the Israelis right now. Right? How you think they funding that right now? They getting money from Russia, Iran, Egypt, Yemen, all of that. Guess what? Your money when you go buy that fried chicken is going over there too. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. When you go to them halal carts, they sending money to Muhammad or whoever the hell over there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is feeding off of you. They're like vultures. You know what I'm saying? They keep eating off of the carcass of Israel, right? And this is why the Most High is angry. Let me get that article I sent you. Let me see if I can go pull it up too. You see the joint where it says citation? Right? So this brother got a Medal of Honor. You scroll down. You see it? The title says citation. Let me see where you're at. Oh, yeah. So he was a specialist, 5th class, Vietnam War. He was an armor 69th Armor 4th Infantry Division. And he had a Medal of Honor. Right? So I'm going to just read this for Johnson, a tank driver with Company B, was a member of reaction force moving to aid other elements of his platoon, which was in heavy contact with a battalion-sized North Vietnamese force. Specialist Johnson's tank, upon reaching the point of contact, threw a track and became immobilized. Like I said, throwing a track means that the tank runs on tracks. So it fell off, right? So that the tank won't move anymore, right? Realizing that he could do no more as a driver, he climbed out of the vehicle, armed only with a .45 caliber pistol. Despite intense hostile fire, Specialist Johnson killed several enemy soldiers before he had expended his ammunition. Meaning, so imagine this. There's a tank, right? And they probably set like some type of IED or some type of mine or some type of rocket and shot the tracks off, right? So Johnson, probably while the man was fixing the tank, whoever mechanic they had, he got out with a pistol, right? And he went into the jungle. He don't know where these people are shooting from. You remember, this is a jungle. This is Vietnam. They're just, all you see really is, or you hear and see is gunfire, and you probably hear the whizzing of bullets. And this man ran into the gunfire. This is blacks and Hispanics. This is the spirit we have when it comes to warfare. This is how we do. You know what I'm saying? Heroic stuff, right? It says, despite intense hostile fire, Johnson killed several enemy soldiers before he expended his ammunition. Returning to his tank through a heavy volume of anti-tank rocket, small arms, and automatic weapon fire. Now imagine your action movie where the guy just never getting hit with bullets, is all this rocket fire around him. That's him right now. You know what I'm saying? This is why I say America literally, he paints himself as a nigga. You know what I'm saying? These stories you see on the TVs and the movies is your life, just with the white character. You know what I'm saying? So this man, he went with a .45 caliber pistol, probably a Colt 45. I think that was the standard issue for Army back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He's killing several enemies. Boom, walk down. You think you savage because you walking down on your brother on the street. He really walking down Viet Cong soldiers. You know what I'm saying? He walked down them dudes. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Ran back. You know what I'm saying? Ran back. Got a submachine gun, right? I'm going to keep going. He said he obtained a submachine gun which to continue his fight against the advancing enemy. Armed with this weapon, Specialist Johnson again braved deadly enemy fire to return to the center of the ambush site, where he courageously eliminated more of the determined foe. Engaged in extremely close combat when the last of his ammunition was expended, he killed an enemy soldier with the stock of his submachine gun. He butted the head of a Viet Cong. This, they say, I think they call him Rampage Johnson or some Johnson, his nickname, right? Because he went mad. He was just so furious that you think of a brother that just can't stand, like, why did something go wrong at work today? That's this brother right here. He was so mad. He ran out there. He started bunching like, with the gun. This is our people in warfare. You think you just the meanest dude because you could throw a football for some billionaire to laugh at you and then call you a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Your coach will call you a nigga or some type of cattle. You know what I'm saying? They herding you like cattle. But in reality, you weren't meant to do those things. You weren't meant to be a jester. You weren't meant to be a joke. You know what I'm saying? Your eyes weren't meant to bug out like Kevin Hart and always tell jokes. You always the butt of the joke. You know what I'm saying? But you'll never know these stories where you was really not just killing your own people. You know what I'm saying? You were in war and you were good at it. You know what I'm saying? You weren't just behind in the kitchen cooking. You weren't just, you know what I'm saying? You was actually in warfare. You was about that action for real. And you wasn't, you go shoot your brother and you go cry in the cell. We see the videos all the time with the body cams where y'all crying in the interrogation rooms after you done killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep going. It says, now weaponless, Specialist Johnson ignored the enemy fire around him, climbed into his platoon sergeant's tank, extracted a wounded crew member and carried him to an armored personal carrier. He then returned to the same tank and assisted in firing the main gun until it jammed. Ooh-wee. Don't that sound like an action movie? So not only did he go out kill to protect his, I don't know if they're brothers, but his platoon, his unit, he went back. Oh, this brother need help? Oh, boom, boom, gave him a bandage and extracted him. Took him to an armored carrier, which is probably like a little Humvee or something like that, to get him out of there. Then he came back and he fired the main gun. The main gun is the machine gun, probably a 50 caliber machine gun. And he's like this. You know how you see in the animes everybody watch, and the brother or the character shooting a gun till it's red hot and it melts? This is this brother. He's shooting it like this until it jams, right? In a magnificent display of courage, Johnson exited the tank again and armed only with he got another pistol, engaged several northern Vietnamese troops in close proximity to the vehicle. Fighting his way through devastating fire and remounting his own immobilized tank, he remained fully exposed to the enemy as he bravely and skillfully engaged them with the tank's externally mounted 50 caliber machine gun, where he remained until the situation was brought under control. Johnson's profound concern for his fellow soldiers at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty, are in keeping with the highest traditions of the military service and reflect great credit upon himself and the U.S. Right? So this man, he did great things over in Vietnam while his people were suffering. This is what, the 70s? Late 60s? You know what I'm saying? He fought in Vietnam, risked his whole life for his platoon. You know what I'm saying? Killing dozens, probably about 50 men for America. And what did he get out of it? You know what I'm saying? You get a what? Your family gets a flag folded up at the end. He died robbing a store. What does that tell you? He was poor. He did all of that for his so-called nation, and he wound up poor. How does a soldier like that, why does a soldier like that have to go through that? Yeah, 1968 was when all of that happened. He died 1971, 3 years later. Yep. I'm gonna read how he died because I feel like it's an important fact. It says, just after 11:30 p.m. on April 29th, 1971, Johnson was shot after entering an open pantry convenience store 1 mile from his home, drawing a .22 caliber revolver from his top coat and demanding money from the cashier at the front of the store. The store owner was in the back office responding to Johnson's demand for the money. When shots were fired, the owner was hit in the left bicep and returned fire with a .38 special revolver. 7 shots were fired. Johnson sustained 4 bullet wounds, 3 to the chest and 1 to the face, and died on the operating table at 4 a.m. on April 30th. He was buried at Arlington National Cemetery on May 6, 1971. This is Johnson's mother. He said, Johnson's mother said, sometimes I wonder if Skip was tired of his life and needed someone else to pull the trigger. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. So another black mother dies. Salakia. Another black mother has to suffer a son being lost to the streets. But her son was so honorable. He served in the military. You know what I'm saying? He should be looked at as a great man. But he came back and he still had to go rob convenience stores? He was robbing a convenience store? That should show you something about America. That should show you how America treats blacks and Hispanics. You are nothing to them, no matter how much you give to this nation. No matter how much you give to these people, they're just going to throw you away. They're going to throw you away, but they'll take care of their own. They take care of their own. Look at these. Look at what the sisters go through in these retirement homes with these racist Edomites spitting in their face, calling them all types of niggas and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Who do you think these people were? They weren't just nobodies. These were the same people that was doing it in the 60s and the 70s. Where your grandfather had to rob a convenience store after he done saved the whole platoon of men. He done saved the whole platoon of men, and he felt the need that he still needed to rob a convenience store. Not even a year later, not even 3 years later. He just was out the military. Where was the help for this soldier? America? Where was the help for this black man that gave you his life? Gave you his mental stability? He killing men with his bare hands. You know what I'm saying? America wasn't there for that man. America is never going to be here for you as a black or Hispanic man. So stop trusting these political debates. Stop trusting these electoral election year stuff. Stop trusting in this nation. Trust in your God, your power, and trust in the I.S.U.P.K, man. The I.S.U.P.K is here to keep blacks and Hispanics, to teach blacks and Hispanics who they truly are, to keep you out of situations like this. So you don't got to worry about giving everything to America and not getting anything in return. You give your all to Commander GEN.YAHANNA, you know what I'm saying? He is going to return that favor, man. He's going to take care of you. He's going to take care of your family, man. That is something I can promise. He's going to give you the tools, man, that you need for you and your family. All you got to do is help us fight this war for our people, not physically, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Go fight them demons out there because somebody else needs you. Somebody else needs what you got. Whatever the Lord blessed you with. You know what I'm saying? If I could, you can read something for me? We at 18:2 or 18:3, I believe. Revelations 18:3. Yeah, 18:3. You know what I'm saying? That was a excellent example of blacks and Hispanics giving America their all and getting nothing in return. You know what I'm saying? It's a trick to believe that you're going to join the military, become a model citizen, and think you're going to be treated equally in this place. You are still a nigga. You are still a Hispanic. You are still a Native Indian. You know what I'm saying? They will not look at you any differently. You will still suffer like the rest of blacks and Hispanics suffer. Just because you got $1 million don't mean you any different. You got it from me? 18:3, Revelations.
Top?
Yeah.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 3.
Go ahead.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of the fornication, of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. So
this is talking about these other nations that got these deals with America. Think of how blacks and Hispanics talk. They said, what? You made that bed laying in, right? So what? These other nations, the East Indians, the Palestinians, with this oil money they're getting with America, you know what I'm saying? There's Israelis, Chinese, Russia, the UK, Australia, France, Italy, y'all, Africa. Come on now, y'all don't leave ham out of it. We got to involve ham in this slaughter. You know what I'm saying? They all drunk from her. Drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. You know what I'm saying? They all pouring up. They all pouring up with America. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with her. They all making money off of your backs. They all abusing you. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
God. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich.
All right, go ahead.
Through the abundance of her delicacy.
So they all wax rich. You ever seen them African princes? Yeah, you can close that. Yeah, man, they wax rich. You ever seen some of them African princes Just go look at the Palestinian princes. You know what I'm saying? Oil money driving all gold Lamborghinis. Go look at Dubai. Go look at China, the Chinamen over there. They wax rich. The mosque made of pure gold and all that. They wax rich from the deals they've done with America. You know what I'm saying? Tokyo and all that, they getting money from America. There's so many Chinatowns in America, is it not? Does not damn near every city have a Chinatown? Do most of your products not come from China? Vietnam, your clothing, Korea? They all wax rich off of America. Why you don't get what? You the consumer. Meaning what? You're the selling point. You are the product. You can't take part in her delicacies because guess what? You're the product. How you going? You know what happens when you decide to take part in it? You become who? A Jay-Z, a Diddy. You know what I'm saying? You want to take part in selling your own people? Jay-Z, they say Jay-Z told his neighborhood, right? Didn't they build like a stadium in the Bronx? Now ain't the Bronx starting to be a little gentrified? What happened to Harlem? You know what I'm saying? Those things happen because of brothers like them. They're traitors. This is what happened when you have traitors amongst our people. You know what I'm saying? And this is why the Lord is going to destroy those brothers. He's going to bring them down low. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be they going to be brothers in the kingdom, but they're not going to be. They'll be a supervisor. They'll be a supervisor. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be a supervisor. That's all I say. Go ahead.
Count God.
Verse 4.
Verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her.
Come out of her. Now this is the angel saying, come out of her. It's time to wake the hell up, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. You know who's telling you to come out of her? Men of the I.S.U.P.K. Separate from America. Get out of these evil and I don't want to say retarded, stupid religions. You know what I'm saying? These religions are so far gone now. It's just killing me. It makes my head hurt how y'all think these stones is going to make a man solve your relationship problems. You know what I'm saying? You praying to the stars or basing your relationship off a zodiac sign is going to solve your relationship problems. These things is not for Blacks and Hispanics. They never work. They don't even work for the damn heathen. Their whole nations are destroyed. Their nations are just in turmoil based off of these things. And then when you try it, now you a whore because you thought every Sagittarius you slept with was going to be your match. And for some reason, they're not still. Now every Pisces, his horoscope was supposed to be this, but he still treated you like a hoe. And you trying to figure out why he left. It's because you keep putting your faith in these religions that's not yours. These cultures that's not yours. You believe in the American dream. You were hurt when you were hurt when Trump said black jobs. You were hurt. I wasn't surprised. We know what these devils are. We know what they come with. You were hurt when America stabbed you in the back. You know what I'm saying? Because you trusted in her so much. You thought that stimulus check was going to come for a second time. No. You thought Biden was going to save you. That's how goofy you are. I remember when Blacks was going crazy for Biden during that COVID era. And what happened? Where he at now? Now everybody complaining. Now I see Blacks start to go for more Republican now. I thought Biden was the answer. You trusted in her, man. You trusted in that nation. This is why we gotta say, come out of her, man. Come out of her because guess what? She's a filthy, filthy stinking hoe. You don't want them diseases. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be inside of there. You might come home with something you don't want. Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
So you don't be partakers in her sins, man. America have you going to Diddy parties in the handstand. You know what I'm saying? America will have you in not Epstein. What's the Yeah, we'll have you at Epstein Island like Jay-Z and them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody forgot Jay-Z was on that list. I don't know why. Everybody forgot Jay-Z and Beyonce was on the Epstein list. You know what I'm saying? He would have you, America would have you in these places you don't belong. They will have you just like R. Kelly and just like what's the brother name? He got out of jail. Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Because you believe, you see Esau doing this thing. Oh, I can do it too. Let me go slip this Quaalude in her. Or let me go what P. Diddy do? Let me go tell this brother, hey, you ain't getting this record deal unless you do so-and-so. Or you gotta go be with Power Bottom. You know what I'm saying? This is what America will have you do. That's why you don't want to be partakers in her sins. You think you having a nice time. You over there snorting your cocaine. You doing whatever drugs they doing now, whippets and all that. Keep going.
Come. And that ye receive not of her plague.
Now you did. Now you got a brain aneurysm because you done huffed all the whippets. You know what I'm saying? And now half your brain is dead and you paralyzed. You want to go do all the cocaine off all the prostitutes or all the little, you know what I'm saying? Now you want some type of scandal. Now you look like Michael Jordan's son. They got pictures of you doing cocaine at brunch. Go ahead. Go ahead.
God. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 14. I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem an horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hand of evildoers, that none doth return from his wickedness.
All right, I'm going to go there. Hold on. What was that again?
Jeremiah chapter 23.
23.
14.
All right, read it from the top. Oh, you want to break it down? You said verse 14? All right, go ahead.
From the top,
yeah, from the top.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 14. I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem an horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers.
So he's saying, I've seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem. This is talking about blacks and Hispanics of today. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Most High is seeing. He said they commit adultery and walk in lies. Just think of every black and Hispanic now. Especially with black men. It's like an honor to sleep with somebody else's wife. You can go sleep with somebody else's wife, and now it's looked at as a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? He's looked at as a badge of honor and say, and walk in lies. You can't even tell your rib that you got another. You too scared to tell her that you dealing with other women.
Come.
You too scared. You too scared. You too scared to tell the truth. You scared to tell the brother that you got an issue with him. That he made you feel a type of way. You scared to go to him and him alone. Instead, you rather sneak this, especially sissy. Y'all rather gossip. Y'all rather talk about issues on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Y'all rather do all these sneaky and slide things. You know what I'm saying? You rather lie. You rather be a punk, right? And they strengthen.
God. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers.
Man, you give power to these drug dealers, don't you? You tell them, oh yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You tell these rappers, you give these rappers all types of excuses to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? We see them doing all types of drugs and say, oh yeah, that's right. I want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? You teaching your kids to do exactly like these people. Just because what? They got money? Jay-Z is not a good influence. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Even if you want to go like into the politics, when they vote for these people to be above them,
right?
All they doing is they still destroying us.
Right, you strengthening Kamala. Yeah, you voting for Kamala. You trying to put Kamala Harris in power. You trying to give her power. The horse. She was literally a known whore in Hollywood. She was sleeping with all those what's the brother that she was with? I can't remember. He's a bald dude. And then the judges keep coming out talking about how she slept her way to the top. Everybody keep talking about, Kamala, however you say her name. Yeah, she was a little bop. She the bop around the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she was put in power in the first place. And now she about to sleep her way to the presidential seat. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. That's who you about to put in charge of you. As a black man, you should feel weak as hell that you about to put a woman over top of you, first off. If you're talking about voting for a woman to tell you how to live your life, you telling me you can't lead you can't find the answers, so you're gonna put a woman in charge. You weak. You weren't raised right. You were raised probably by a woman. I understand. You know what I'm saying? You probably go to church and tap dance with Pastor Holy Hands. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand this Bible. That's right. You think babies with wings are angels. I understand. You scared of Revelations. You think you about to get raptured, something called the rapture. You think your body, you think you finna go to heaven and everybody be naked. That's how simple-minded you niggas is. Salagia. This is not true. The Bible is sometimes scary. Sometimes it's bloody. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Is that it on that? Go ahead.
That none does return from his wickedness.
He don't want to shy. He don't want to change his life. He want to keep doing what the hell. Kamala Harris want to keep doing whatever the hell she doing. She want to keep telling black women to get abortions. She want to keep backing Meg Thee Stallion to shake her butt on stage. She's gonna give money to the rappers that talk about drugs. She's gonna back all of those plays. She doesn't want those things to stop. She doesn't want the gun violence in your community to stop. Sonia Massey died. Did any of your political leaders say anything about it? Did anybody talk about how Sonia Massey was shot in the head by a police officer? I'm not sure. Did Kamala Harris say something? Did Trump say something? Did he say, I'm gonna punish the man that did it? Because you know what's so funny? When Trump, before he was president, I believe this is it might be in the 90s or the 80s with the Central Park 5. They just made a document. This flew off the face of like Netflix for like so fast. I remember it was like a hot topic for like a month or two when it first came out, and then it just disappeared. Like I don't see nobody talking about it. Like this just went out of Trump's history, like background. You know what I'm saying? Trump, he had everything to say when these 5 black boys allegedly raped this white woman. He was saying, give him the electric chair. But where's Trump's voice at when it comes to this white cop that shot this lady in the head? Where his voice at now? He was talking about kill those kids. You know what I'm saying? They were kids. Go ahead.
I'm saying it's so heavy because now that he trying to run for president. Now he want to sit and eat with Super Philly that he set with
who OT7?
Yeah, OT7 Kwani. He trying to like he's more so trying to get these talk about black jobs and things like that. Like he was going on all black females that was interviewing that time. Like
I remember that where that sister tried to come at him.
So it's like when he needs y'all, he definitely don't mind.
Right.
And that goes to show paraphrase what it says iron.
That's the iron rusted.
Yeah, but that don't even go because he's been with
But it's so obvious too, though. Like I would, because when that Central Park 5 situation happened, he had like I don't know if he owned the newspaper, but there was newspapers coming out saying Trump was saying they need to be executed. Like they was pushing these 5. This is one of the things that got these 5 boys sent to prison. Like he aided in that. He was a big push in that. Where's the push in getting this cop? Where's the chair for this cop that shot an old lady in the face for saying what? I rebuke you? Where's it at, Trump? Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris so quick, she said, I can change the rules with a swipe of a pen. Where's that energy at? You can put a nigga in jail in 2.5 seconds, but you can't put this white cop in jail. And you the vice president now. Where's all that power she was flexing? Oh, it only works when it comes to niggas. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? You put strength in these evildoers. You are putting power in the hands of people that only want to see you dead. They only want to see you in jail. They only want to see you on drugs. Because when it comes to their people, they're going to protect them. They're going to protect them. Because they know if they don't, there's going to be issues. We seen that on January 6th. When white people were upset, what happened? They said, I'm going to destroy my own capital. I'm going to go raid and destroy my own capital. You know what I'm saying? Esau know what the hell going on, man. Stop falling for their damn tricks. Come out of her. She got all these STDs and diseases, man. You don't want none of that. You don't want none of that smoke. You don't want to be nowhere near that type of hope. You know how I don't even want to sound like bull, but you know, you ask your friend about a female and be like, oh, no, you don't want to mess with her. That's how blacks and Hispanics should feel about America. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look, America just said this is they got this for sale, and they said this is cool to do. And then the brother should be like, nah, you don't want nothing to do with that. That's Esau thing. That's what white people do. If white people do it, you got to double check that thing 3 times. Like you brothers that fell for Bitcoin is crazy. Oh my God. Lost millions in there. Everybody talking about you gotta. Oh no, what's the bigger scam? The joint. Forex. Oh my. You niggas killing me with the bro. I'm telling you, Forex is Y'all was trying to push that Forex like it was crack in the 80s. Like everybody, Knicks, Dons, did Forex. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what happened? Y'all lost your money. Because you thought you was gonna get $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Believing in America is just like believing in Forex, man. It's goofy. You selling it to your people. It's a pyramid scheme. You know what I'm saying? You think you finna get rich by climbing the ladder in America. In reality, they have put you there to serve a certain purpose, and I guarantee you it's to destroy your own people. This is why you need to come out of here and separate. You know what I'm saying? You tired of the corporate spaces in America treating you so wrong? Start creating your own. You tired of the gun violence in your own neighborhoods? Start policing your neighborhoods. Start, you know, what's the simplest answer to that? Start raising your damn kids. Start making them take accountability, man. The reason why they're shooting everything up is because y'all, oh, Timmy, he was a good kid. You over there crying on the news knowing damn well he got 10 bodies. This little nigga, he was Rampage Jackson with the Draco. You told, oh, he was a creep baby. He was terrorizing the neighborhood. Start raising your kids. You know what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics, you have the answers to all the issues in the Black and Hispanic community. But you believe what America tells you too often.
That's right.
America is going to destroy you. Was that it on that?
Nah.
Go ahead.
They are all of them unto the Salakia. They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants there as Gomorrah.
If we know anything about Sodom and Gomorrah, there were some freaky people. And now I think of America, and I think of Pride. Was it Pride Month or Pride Week, where they be out there naked or something like that? I seen a video. It was an Edomite at some type of pride parade, and he was naked. And another Edomite came up to him like, man, you over here waving at kids while you butt naked with the rainbow flag. What are you doing? He said, no, I'm not. He over here, he's a predator. This is what happened when you let these, I'm just letting the sisters, especially sisters, because y'all kind of weak when it comes to this pride stuff. A lot of them are hurt people. So they are, I don't want to say hurt, but they are suffered from some type of sexual abuse in their past. And you letting them around your children. We just found out, I won't say found out because everybody, Yeah, we just found Saucy Santana. He was getting a tram raid on by his family.
That's right.
They all molested him. And you wonder why he's so feminine. It's like, it's so in your face too. Like these men are coming out and saying they were touched as little boys. They're crying out saying, I was fondled, I was abused as a child. And as a sister, you are not promoting it. What is it called? Like pumping it up, condoning it. Every female gotta have that gay best. Like you are condoning it. Then if you're condoning that, sis, you can't complain about the weak men that's out here now because you're condoning this weak man. You're not strengthening him by letting him be gay or LGBTQ plus. You can't call a straight man sassy for something. Go ahead.
I was saying it's so heavy too, because not only they doing it, they accepting it.
Right.
Like these kids be young as hell saying that they gay or that they are a woman and things like that. And because that's my baby, they don't mind accepting his weed. This is crazy. Like,
right. This is why a black man is needed. Because as soon as you try to put your mama heels on, that you see Papa with the belt. He not playing none of that. Like, what are you doing? Men don't do that. Men don't wear heels. Men, get out of your mom makeup. We don't do that. And what's so crazy to me is, especially Esau push these so-called sciences on you. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, he got low testosterone, so you give him estrogen. Tell me how that makes sense. Usually, when somebody has a deficiency in something, you give them something to fulfill that deficiency. Instead, they give you the opposite when it comes to that. Because I get it. Because some females are built with, or not built, but have a deficiency. Like that, I want to say sister, I think it's she was Ishmael, Arab or something like that. She had a high testosterone. Instead of giving, like the LGBTQ plus, they like to say to give the pills they give you to make the transition, they give you estrogen. Instead, the boy is lacking testosterone. Why not give him testosterone pills? Why are you giving him more of the disease that he has? They're not curing whatever problem you have. They want you to be, that should tell you that they want you to be a weak man. They want to cut your, what do you call them? I don't want your genitalia off. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to have any type of masculinity in you. Because you know what happens when you want to subscribe to that LGBTQ plus, you just lay down. You'll let anything happen to you. You won't stand up. There won't be no more. You'll start doing the stand hands up, no shoot, while your people keep getting shot. You won't try to raise these children. You know what I'm saying? This is going to keep happening because they're trying to turn Black and Hispanic men into wimps. I don't know another word for it. Like they punks, like scared to do anything. You claim anxiety and depression for every damn thing because it's not like, you know what I'm saying, you sound like a woman now. And for women, they trying to put you in that role and it's frustrating you, which is why you starting to hate the brothers. The same thing for the brothers. You starting to hate the sisters. It's all a trap. It's all a trap to destroy you. Let's get back to this. That was it on that, right?
Okay.
All right, let's go back to 18 and 4 or 5 or something like that.
4.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, 5. Sorry.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
For her sins have reached unto heaven. America's sins is so great. It's so great. You know what I'm saying? We seen what happened at the Olympics. They had the bull on the fruit table. Freaked out. Like kids don't watch the Olympics or something. Like, that's how bold America is. And that's how nasty it is, man. We just read, this is the new Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
You forget Sodom and Gomorrah is the same place that wanted to have sex with angels. Those same men, they tried to rape those angels. Right? Keep going.
Sir. And God have remembered her iniquities. Verse 6.
Oh, Salakia, read that again. I was reading the book.
And God has remembered her iniquities.
The Most High remembers what America's done to blacks and Hispanics. He remembers the sins they have committed, man. This is why it's your chance. This is why the Lord is blessing you with a chance to get out of her. He's blessing you with a chance to separate from America. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to suffer from the COVID that's to come. Whatever new, this listeria, whatever new thing the Most High is sending, you don't have to suffer from it. You don't have to starve like America's going to starve. You don't have to catch these nuclear strikes that America's going to suffer from. You don't have to burn with Esau. He's giving you an opportunity, man. He's giving you opportunity. It's about time you take that opportunity. Change your life. Change what you do. Put the cigarette down. Put the black and mild, the weed, the hookah, the whippet, the pipe, the needle. Put it all down. And pick up the sword. Pick up the phone. Call a school in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Learn something about this Bible. It'll strengthen you. It'll give you strength that you need. More strength than any drug could ever give you. This Bible will give a black man a spine again. It'll give you something to stand on and help you gain your family back. It'll help you strengthen your family, teach you how to raise kids, teach you how to have a wife, how to treat your wife, how a wife should treat you. So you ain't just marrying anybody out here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's about time for blacks and Hispanic men to stand the hell up. It's tiring seeing weak black and Hispanic men. You always bowing down to something. Stand the hell up. Is that it on that?
For 6? I mean, for 5? Yes. You want 6?
Nah, give me, it's like it. Deuteronomy 32 and 22.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 22. For a fire is kindled in my anger.
The Lord is angry with America and with these so-called pastors and with these so-called entertainers that have been bamboozling you. He sees the Dwight Johnsons, you know what I'm saying, that give their everything to a nation, and he still winds up in the gutter shot dead. He sees all the atrocities they have committed against you. He sees the Sonia Masseys, the Trayvon Martins, the Michael Browns. He sees the George Floyds. He sees all the drug addicts in the ghettos. He sees the projects of New York, Harlem, Bronx. He sees the Section 8s, you know what I'm saying? He sees how you're living. He's angry that we have to go through these things. Keep going. Oh, pause.
Okay. And shall burn unto the lowest hell.
Shall burn into the lowest hell, meaning nobody's going to be able to escape this. Even in the ghetto, your so-called your drug dealers in the ghettos that think they selling dime bags, think they about to get $1 million. They gonna feel this fire too. They are going to feel the fire of the Most High. So the lowest ghettos is gonna feel his pain, feel his anger. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, he's gonna destroy America to its lowest hell. The hell meaning a state. A state meaning you, blacks and Hispanics, because you was in the lowest state of America. You are in these lowest hells of America. COVID, did it not hit the ghettos? Monkeypox? You know what I'm saying? Were we not all on quarantine? Nobody, not even if you were rich. Everybody suffered from COVID. You know what I'm saying? There was nobody that could escape it. Right? So his anger is kin to the lowest hells. Keep going if that's
right. To the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase.
He's going to consume the earth with her increase, man. He's going to destroy most of the earth. These nuclear bombs are going to set off, man. America is just going to be that liquid fire. America, there's no hope for America. You ain't never inhabited America for a couple thousand years, right? America has to burn like that, though, for everything she's done. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, he's going to destroy a lot of this earth, man, because these other nations, we just read, she was in bed with America. So you think these Africans are just going to escape? You think they're going to benefit off of your bloodshed and just get away with it? You think the Chinese are able to open up Chinese stores? What's the sister that got shot in L.A.? She was they say she was stealing orange juice. I just seen it. It's an old John though. I think this is during the time of like the not George Floyd riots. What's the brother that got beat up? Rodney King. Them riots. A sister got shot by a Chinese woman for taking orange juice. Yeah, it was a big thing back in the day. I don't know if she got convicted. Did she get convicted? I think she got off. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do to your people, blacks and Hispanics. This is do to our people. So like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they get away with. You think they could just get away with that? You think the Most High is just going to forget that the Chinese been feeding off of you? The Arabs just come here and feed off of you? I don't think you realize that this heroin comes from different nations. All these drugs, they don't just come from nowhere. You want to blame Hispanics for everything. Like the Chinese don't got heroin. Like the what's the brother's name that dealt drugs in the 60s, the heroin? Frank Lucas. We forgetting American Gangster. Where did he go? He went to Vietnam. He had a deal with the Viet Cong and the CIA. He was getting his drugs off of an army base. See, this is the same. This is literally that scripture. Everybody is laid with it, right? This brother, he went through the army. Who was that? Esau. To get the who? Vietnam. Now, who has a relationship? The CIA and the I don't believe it was the Viet Cong. It's whoever they were fighting. I forget if you know the Vietnam War. You know what I'm saying? It was basically the same thing that was going on in Afghanistan. It was two nations. It was a civil war in Vietnam. And America decided they wanted to side with whatever side they wanted to side with. So I'm pretty sure that's where he was getting the heroin from, right? Which, just like in the Contra scandal, was probably funding that war. You know what I'm saying? So you're always been like the mule, the workhorse for America to fund whatever they're trying to fund. I wouldn't be surprised if all those billions and all the millions and billions of dollars that Biden is sending over to Israel and Ukraine is not coming from this heroin addiction that our people are suffering, opioid addiction our people are suffering from right now. That wouldn't be a surprise if 10 years from now they got a documentary talking about how that funded that war. Go ahead. 40. 840. All right, yeah. Read what you got.
Okay. You want the okay. And set on fire the foundations of the mountains.
And set on fire the foundations of the mountains. These nations are going to crumble, man. These nations are going to crumble, man, because Salakia, the Most High is going to destroy them. The Most High is going to destroy them at the lowest parts, man. And the fires are going to burn all the way up to the rich. The rich is going to start with, not going to start. It's going to be all the way down. You can be at the lowest part of these nations, or you can be at the highest part. It don't matter. You're still going to feel this heat. You know what I'm saying? So these nations are going to burn. You ain't escaping it by going to Thailand to go mess with the Thai boys, or what do you call them? You know what I'm saying? The freaky boys out there. Is that it on that?
Okay.
Let me get Isaiah 2:4.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations.
And it's saying the Most High, he shall judge among the nations, right? The Most High, your power, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. He's going to judge these nations for what they've done to you. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Oh God. And shall rebuke many people.
And he shall rebuke many people. Keep going.
And they shall beat their sword into plowshares.
They're going to, Salagi, hold on. I'm going to get this definition first. No, fuck it, I got it. Read it from the top or whatever. The definition of rebuke means to criticize sharply, to serve as a rebuke to turn back or keep down. So he's gonna rebuke many people, man. A lot of people ain't gonna get in this kingdom of heaven. Right. Everybody not getting in. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, why auntie and them? Nah, because they was over there celebrating Christmas and gathering around the tree, celebrating Labor Day, pulling out the grills and on 4th of July, shooting fireworks. You know what I'm saying? He's going to rebuke many people. Read that other verse again.
Come. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
They shall beat their swords into plowshares. So think of is it a blacksmith? Yeah, blacksmith. And how they make swords. What are they doing? Boom, beating it with a hammer. Because they have to mold that metal into whatever they're trying to craft it into. So it says they're going to beat their swords into plowshares. So instead of making weapons of war, they are making farming tools. This is what the Most High, this is what the Most High is set forth for this earth. This is what's going to happen when Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are ruling. This is what's going to happen. That when we're ruling, after the lowest hells is burnt up, we just read, these mountains are crumbled, you know what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics will be in power, and they're going to be turning their AK-47s, their M4s, their whatever 308s, Rugers. They're going to turn those things into farming tools. Those silos could be fruit, whatever, growing tomatoes, those missile silos. These things aren't going to, warfare isn't even going to be on their mind anymore, because guess what? Blacks and Hispanics, when we rule, we're going to have the answers for their problems. They won't be starving like the white man starves these nations. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't belong in these places of power. They don't have the answers. They don't have the answers, but it's so simple. It's so simple when you got the Most High on your side. Right. You know what I'm saying? You'll have the answers. Go ahead.
Come. And their spears into pruning hooks.
I'm gonna look. Alexa, what is a pruning hook? I'll probably look it up here.
A pruning herb is a plant that is used to
stimulate Alexa. Pruning hook. Oh man, don't tell me. I'm gonna just look it up on Marion. Oh, what happened? It's a pole bearing a curved blade for pruning plants. So another farming tool. So they're going to turn their spears into pruning hooks. Another weapon of warfare for something to grow. You know what I'm saying? These nations are going to be turning their weapons into something, I guess, positive. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't need to be going to war no more. Keep going.
Nation shall lift up swords against nations.
Nation shall not lift up.
They shall not lift up swords against nations. Neither shall they learn war anymore.
These nations aren't going to lift up a finger to each other anymore. They're not going to go to war. China and China won't even think about going into Taiwan. They would never try the Lord's army like that. They try in America right now. They keep tiptoeing over the waters. They would never try the Lord's army like that. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. I keep texting. Russia wouldn't try to build no more nuclear arms. there would be none of these issues, you know what I'm saying, when blacks and Hispanics are in power. After that destruction, you know what I'm saying, there would be no more Dwight Johnsons. There will be no more Dwight Johnsons happening, man, because we honor our soldiers. We honor our warriors. The Most High honored Joshua after he did what he was supposed to do, after he destroyed and conquered those nations for the land of Israel. I mean, for the people of Israel. You know what I'm saying? For God's people. He destroyed what? Canaan? What else? The walls of Jericho? You know what I'm saying? After seeing all those things, you don't think Joshua would have suffered from PTSD and stuff like that? He seen bloodshed, and what it said, the Lord gave him rest. You know what I'm saying? The Lord takes care of his people, but you want to what? Serve America. This nigga's stupid. You want to serve America. Like America is going to honor you in the right way. America is only going to discard you, man. And they do it repeatedly. He's gonna disregard you repeatedly. You think you finna join the military and become a super soldier. You think you finna be Captain America. You know what I'm saying? And in a way, you street dudes, y'all the same way. You think you finna earn $1. Instead, you working for America too. Where do you think your drug money going to when you go re-up? Who do you think bringing these drugs in? Who do you think is benefiting from all the brothers and sisters that die from your gun violence? Because it definitely ain't your people. It definitely ain't you, because now the Fed's at your door. Because you done caught 5 bodies and made what? Maybe $10,000? And you feel like you got that bag on you. You go buy a pair of Balenciagas. You only get to wear them once because you got locked up. You know all the OGs we make fun of that be coming out of jail all aggressive, and they got the corny lay because they still think it's the 80s. That's how y'all finna look. That's how this generation of black men is gonna look. You know what I'm saying? There's so many of us going to jails for simple things too. Simple things. You know what I'm saying? And don't fall for those traps, because the rappers try to what do you call it? Not highlight, glorify these things. These things are traps, man. And it says when we are in power, there will be no war. So like it, neither shall they learn war anymore. You know what I'm saying? They won't be learning how to use those spears to fight each other no more. They won't be training there won't be no more sniper school. There will be no more rangers. You know what I'm saying? They won't be learning how to kill. They're gonna be learning how to pick your cotton, how to make sure they get the most weight in cotton or in prunes or in fruit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like a competition to them, that their plantation can get, not theirs, but your plantation can bear the best fruit. You got the best tomatoes in all of the Northern Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things they're going to be worried about. They're not going to be worried about how to AK, you can put this attachment onto it, and how many meters this can kill somebody. They're not going to worry about those things anymore. Those things won't be an issue when blacks and Hispanics are in power. And it has to happen. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has to destroy these nations so we can so the earth can just like be at peace. I mean, you think of how the Esau is ruling it right now. Which way? This way? That way? This shit stuck to my head. That joint just ripped.
Like you got the camera on.
Yeah. Give me Micah 2 and 10. I'm gonna end on that, John. I gotta keep going.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye,
Right,
and depart, for this is not your rest.
it says, arise thee and depart, man. Huh? Yeah, arise ye and depart. And what? Keep going.
For this is not your rest.
This isn't your rest. You think you done made $1 million, you done got your career in whatever field, and you can just go ahead and rest. You think it's okay. The rest of your people, they just don't got it right. They just need to lace up their bootstraps and they'll get to where you made it in life. But you're not even realizing Esau has a boot on your neck.
That's right.
There is no freedom when it comes to America. You didn't obtain the American dream because soon as you piss Esau off, now you fired. Now you facing charges. Now somehow you got a tax fraud. Now you Wesley Snipes. You know what I'm saying? Now you Wesley Snipes facing tax evasion, while Trump he's been doing it for years. Go ahead.
Or you're facing like gun charges.
Yeah, or you facing gun charges. It's a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wesley Snipes was a movie. Everybody loved Wesley Snipes. And I don't even know how much money he missed, but they sent that boy to prison. They sent him to prison. He started off the MCU universe. Now, and then he sent him to prison like he was nothing. Bill Cosby gave millions of dollars to Temple University and all types of organizations. Sent him to prison. You know what I'm saying? Keep going with that scripture.
Oh, God said, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction.
It say it shall destroy you, man. This nation will destroy you. You thinking you finna get in a high place in America and be somebody when you are going to get destroyed. You are what is it? Falsely? No, you are confused. That's what it is. I'm going to say you are confused when you think you are going to do something great in America and not suffer the consequences. Because guess what? Dwight Johnson, he suffered. He suffered. He came home from serving America and he suffered greatly, man. You would think he would have like a hero's welcome. You would think he would have never had to worry about food. You would have thought he probably would have had the biggest house. No. He died. He died poor. Nothing to give his kids. Blacks and Hispanics don't even know his name. You know what I'm saying? There's no placard for him even in the battalion walls. They give you the location of his burial, but like you can't even go on the street right now and ask any brother or in the military right now, even if they're in the tank division, ask them. They won't even know who this brother was. You know what I'm saying? Come out of America. America will destroy you if you believe in her. If you believe in her religions and believe in her military, you are going to get destroyed, man. And with that, I'm passing over to Priest and Officer. Priest and Officer Nathan. I think it's so tough.
Light it up. This is I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We got I.S.U.P.K. started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rooms for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After the 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this six month period, a brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Time, which is a commandment, you can find that in Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, 10% of Salakia means Salakia. You can find that in Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means 10th in Hebrew. My Ishara, 10% of any any penny of any increase the Lord give you, get it to the teacher priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory whatsoever amount. And we got an upholding convocation that will be in October the 2nd, and that's on a Wednesday. And that's the blowing of the trumpets, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the memorial of the blowing of the trumpet. That's October the 2nd. That's on a Wednesday. And if you want to read about it, that's in, you can find that in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 to 25. Remind Aki and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. And if anyone wants to come to Trooper the school, start to wear all black shirt, pants, and headband. And with that, men of Israel, I invite you to stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Brother. Men of Israel, I Rock, at the top, star, face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Almighty Rock, Yahweh Shabbat, Class is